On the distant planet of Zorath, a group of young alien students sat quietly in their classroom, their alien eyes focused on the holographic screen at the front. Their teacher, a tall silvery being with a flowing robe of light, stood near the display, preparing to share the latest lesson. The students were excited as this was a special day, the day they would learn about a mysterious species from Earth, humans. The hologram flickered to life, showing a star map, and the students murmured with excitement. Zorath had been at peace for millennia, and its scholars had discovered the vast stretches of space. But Earth, a small and insignificant planet in the grand scheme of the universe, had always intrigued them. How could a species so primitive have such an impact? Their curiosity only deepened when their teacher revealed that humans had played a key role in saving the entire galaxy from destruction. I will now show you a tale that has been passed down by ancient records. The teacher began, speaking in a voice that resonated with wisdom. The Earthlings, humans as we call them, did something no other species in the galaxy would dare to do. The screen shifted, showing a video of humans working together in their laboratories, performing experiments, and analyzing complex alien technologies. The students watched in awe as a human scientist, dressed in a white lab coat, held up a small device and attached it to a machine. They saw a series of images depicting an alien invasion fleet heading toward Zorath, with the soldiers of Zorath scrambling to defend their planet. The human scientist's work was the catalyst for the victory that Zorath never saw coming. The story was straightforward, but the implications of it stunned the alien students. The Zorathians were overwhelmed by a race of invaders called the Merlakians, a vicious species capable of tearing apart entire planets. Their technology was far superior to Zorath's, and despite their best efforts, Zorath had no way of fighting back. But then humans arrived. At first, the Zorathians had been skeptical. After all, the humans were a young, untested species from a tiny backwater planet. They had never fought a war in space and had no idea how to face off against the Merlakians. However, the humans brought something that the Zorathians did not possess: unity, ingenuity, and determination. Humans refused to accept defeat. Through quick thinking, the humans infiltrated the Merlakian fleet by hacking into their communication systems. With their ability to think outside the box, the humans devised a plan to trick the Merlakians into turning on each other. The Merlakians, who relied heavily on their advanced technology, were blinded by the simple tactics the humans employed. In less than a week, the Merlakians had turned on themselves, and their forces were scattered. The humans had saved the galaxy, and Zorath was now free from their imminent destruction. As the video concluded, the alien students sat in stunned silence. They had heard the story, but the gravity of what they had just learned was too much to process. One of the students, a young Zorathian named Tikarn, raised his hand. But how could they do this? How could such a primitive species defeat the Merlakians? The teacher smiled softly. You see, Tikarn, that is the essence of what makes humans special. They do not rely solely on technology or brute force like other species. Instead, they rely on creativity, teamwork, and the belief that no challenge is too great for them to overcome. And other students in us spoke up. So humans didn't have advanced weapons or technology like the Zorathians or Merlakians, but they still managed to win. Exactly, the teacher replied. Humans often rely on their minds and their hearts rather than their weapons. This is what makes them so dangerous and why they have earned the respect of countless species across the galaxy. The students were silent for a long time, reflecting on what they had just learned. For the first time in their lives, they understood that the humans they had once regarded as nothing more than a minor curiosity were, in fact, the ones who had ensured the survival of their entire civilization. Torm stood up, his antennae twitching with emotion. I never realized how much we owed them. I thought of humans as weak and insignificant, but they have shown us that strength comes in many forms. Tikarn's voice wavered as he continued. They sacrificed so much for us, without even asking for anything in return. They didn't seek glory or wealth or recognition. They just wanted to protect the galaxy. Zinna, too, felt a wave of emotion. Humans, they saved us all. They gave us hope when there was none. They made sure that the Zorathians would live on, even when the Merlakians were closing in. The teacher nodded. That is why, despite being young, humans have earned their place among the greatest species in the galaxy. Their willingness to fight for others, even when it costs them everything, is what makes them a force to be reckoned with. In a universe full of conflict and war, their strength is in their compassion. A sense of awe and gratitude filled the room as the alien students slowly realized the full scope of what they had learned. The humans, who had been seen as nothing more than an anomaly, had turned out to be the unsung heroes of the galaxy. For the rest of the lesson, the students spoke of nothing else. They discussed the humans' bravery, their ingenuity, and their willingness to sacrifice. As the bell rang, signaling the end of the lesson, the students left the classroom with a newfound respect for the species they had once dismissed. Tarn paused at the doorway, looking back at his classmates. "We need to learn from the humans," he said quietly. "Not just how to fight, but how to believe in each other, to work together, and to never give up. That is the true strength of any civilization." The teacher watched as the students left, their hearts heavy with the knowledge of how much they owed to a small species from a faraway planet. Humans, in their humble way, had saved them all. And now the students of Zorath would carry that lesson forward, one that would echo through generations to come. End of story.